Hello everyone, welcome to our next episode of the Thought series of the Thought on Education. So today we invited Professor Manoj Kumar, who is working as a director of the Corporate Research Center, Victoria University. So thank you for accepting the invitation.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Indeed, it's my pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. So Professor Manoj has a rich 28-year experience blend with the high notch of the corporate ranging from the general manager to vice president HR, coupled with the academic design as a director and corporate research center very at very very rich institute from the NCR Delhi. He has been also associated with the organization like the CII, EIMA, SOCM, NHRD, Delhi chapter, PhD, CCI, CMAI, FIS, ME. Professor Manoj has been nominated member of the CII Western UP panel on education and training, honored by the AIMA as being the member of the jury for the written paper evaluation round of all the region of the 6th NCMS. Member Steering Committee AIMA Second Business Responsibility Summit. Honored by the CMAI as being the esteemed jury member on the National UP Education Awards 2013. In July 2016, Professor Manoj Kumar has been nominated by the PhD Chamber of the Commerce, Delhi, and represented the various committees such as the CSR, Skill Development, Railway, Travel, Tourism, Sport and Youth Committee of the PhD CCI. Honored by the CMAI as a VIP guest and co-panelist, subsequently conferred memento for the excellent contribution in the education sector at Vigyan Bhavan, New Delhi from the Vice Chairman AICTC City, MD Panasonic India, and President CMAI Mr. N.K. Goyal on 28 January 2020. Professor Manoj has written and published many articles on the motivation, time management, team building, conflicts management, corporate strategy, and culture competency, a role of the HR. Mr. Manoj Kumar also has been nominated in August 2020 by the CII on the Smart Manufacturing Council. So, sir, you have held key position at Education Institute throughout your professional career. So, what are the key factors that keep you connected with the education sector, sir?
Well, this is very nice questions, and education is the backbone of the society and country as a whole. So that's why it encouraged me to make a career in the education, because whatever you are doing, it is just for the noble cause of the society, isn't it? And you are making the young people employable and productive human resources for the country as a whole. So that's make me influenced to be the part of the education industry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, being the director, Corporate Research Center of the Victoria University, how do you strategize about the key programs and plan for the marketing and administration of your institute, sir?
Well, the Corporate Resource Center, itself sounds that there shall be a corporate connectivity with the academics, isn't it? Because, in a professionals and technical education, we have to have the understanding of the industries per se, isn't it? What industry's expectation is, what contemporary skill the industry is looking for. Accordingly, we do impart the education and make the professional as a true competent guys, and so that they will meet the expectation of the industry at large. So this is the way through which we make the marketing.
Yeah.
And we're getting the support from the industry as well.
Yes, great, sir. Sir, the education system in India and other foreign countries are structured very differently. And sir, it is collaborate with the Victoria University. So in your experience, what can an inbound student gain from the studying here in your institute, sir?
Well, we are having the collaboration of VUGNI Center of Excellence, Victoria University. And our main campus is located in Australia, Melbourne and Sydney.
Yes, sir.
Right. So in India, we are having the same process because there is a law of equivalency of the program. Whatever lectures content is being delivered from the Melbourne, that is happening in India as well, right? So there is no any differences,
Yes.
right? And the second thing is that the Indian students, those who are aspires to do the Masters of Business Analytics and Masters of Business ERP from the Victoria University, but some economic conditions or due to the economic problems, they cannot pursue that program right from the Australia. So the same curriculum is being designed by the Victoria University in India, and that is being imparted. So in this way, the students of India particularly, they are getting leveraged and getting the same degree with the law of equivalency. Yeah.
Great, sir. Sir, how does the curriculum of the Victoria University ensure the best practice of industry, sir?
Okay, so Victoria University's curriculum, particularly the business analytics and business ERP, is designed to keep in mind the industry requirements, right? So therefore, our students is, even those who are the fresher, will not be considered as the freshers because they are having the very practical knowledge of that particular subject, isn't it? And that helps the industry to minimize their training cost as well, right? So this is industry-centric programs. Yeah.
Sir, what do you think should be the university's top priority over the next 10 years?
Okay, so you know that pandemic has adversely affected global business, isn't
Yes,
it?
Yes.
And so therefore, there is a huge demand of business analytics and business ERP in the coming days, isn't it? Because this is the way only the industry can survive, isn't it? And
Yes,
can
sir.
take the rational decisions for their survival and all that, right? So as per the report of World Economic Forum, even by 2025, there will be 133 million skilled man force, particularly in the business analytics and business ERP will be required and all that, right?
Yes, sir.
So we are having a long-term visions so that we can provide the right professionals, competent manpowers to the industry,
Yes.
thereby delivering the right content to the students. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Sir, what would you like to people to know about your university they may not know, sir?
Okay. Yeah, because this is the foreign university that are running their programs in India.
Yes, sir.
But you know, the quality is the most important and all that, right? So Victoria University doesn't compromise in terms of the delivery and all that, right?
Yeah.
The content is absolutely industry-centric. So I think that the day will come and the people will get to know the importance of this program, which is being run by the Victoria University. Yeah.
Great, sir. Sir, what do you see as a Victoria University's greatest strength?
Okay, Victoria University is very, very old university, more than 100 years old university, and has a great reputation globally, right? So no doubt everybody will aware about the university and its significance, its program, so and so forth. Yeah.
So what are some of the biggest challenge you see both for the higher education in general and for the Victoria University specifically during current times, COVID-19?
Okay, so again, I would like to say that COVID-19 pandemic has adversely affected the global economy.
Yes.
Right. Even every walk of the life has been affected, but also it brought some new challenges, some new opportunities as well, right?
Yes.
And so Victoria University is committed enough to leverage this pandemics into the opportunity and all that, right?
Yes.
This is all about. Yeah.
Okay. So, sir, what steps you are taking to connect your academia with the industry throughout by which that student get exposure in the industry, sir, whilst they are studying, sir?
Okay, well, this is very, very important questions, particularly the student perspectives as well.
Yes.
Because the classroom lecture is quite different from the industry where they do the actual work and all that, right? So
Yes.
therefore, we are having the corporate academia advisory board, right?
Yes.
And so this is the combination of the corporate top-notch personality, those who belongs to the CEOs, CFO, CTO, CIO, CHRO,
Yes.
CPO, isn't it? So all managing directors, head of the HRs. So the company of the reputes, those who comes under the Fortune 500s, are the member of our corporate academia advisory boards, and they are advising us. They are giving us the inputs that how the curriculum will be designed, or maybe upgraded, and to keep in mind the industry requirements, right? And
Yes.
they also extend supports in terms of the mentoring of the students. They are having extended by the live project, so and so forth, right? Because and whatever the manpowers, the students we are giving to the industry, that should be at the competent enough, isn't it? So therefore, we get the inputs and assistance from the industry as being the member of the corporate academia advisory boards.
Great, sir.
Yeah.
So in today's world, we all know that data is our new oil, and to you providing that true course, which is really helpful for the getting the in the business. So for the every business line, it is very well needed. So what is your view on this, sir? Which you course providing, sir?
Yeah, and it is a world of data science, we can
Yes,
say.
sir.
It is industry 4.0.
Yes.
That is the digital revolution, and which leads to the smart manufacturing, isn't it? So
Yes.
here is a huge use of business analytics, then machine learning, then blockchain, right? Then IoT, then robotics, right? So these are the requirements of the current business and all that, if the business want to survive.
Yes,
And
sir.
data analytics, particularly in terms of the data science, that helps the management or the top level executive of the company to take the rational decisions. And that decision will leads to the productivity, efficiency, and economy in the systems of the industry as well. So it has the great demands, right? It is demand of the modern business scenario. Particularly, the COVID-19 pandemics has given a wider scopes. The gamut of business analytics and data science has increased at large.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, any suggestion you would like to give the current youth and aspiring students, sir?
Yeah, sure. So my suggestion and message to the student is that please be focused on your competency development. There are 2-3 things which is highly required. First is soft skills.
Yes.
Soft skill, it doesn't only means to have the communication skills, but it is also that how to behave professionally and respectfully with the stakeholders, along with your technical know-how competency, right? And then you should be very much emotional quotient, and you have the emotional quotient and all that, right? And keep patience and keep your study on. Try to visualize the things, try to understand the outside corporate markets and corporate scenario, and inculcate the quality which is the industry demanding and all that, so that end of the day you would be considered the true professionals to the industry. Yeah.
So how do you tend to establish the healthy relation and environment in your university, sir?
Okay, so we are very human-friendly organizations, university, and our internal environment is very congenial. The students are getting a lot of opportunity, not only in the academics but also the extracurricular activities. They are also having scopes to show their leadership skills, the team spirits, isn't it? They make participations in the sports, either the outdoor games or the indoor games. So a lot of activities are there. So thereby they can develop their acumen, business acumen, and social responsiveness and the social cohesiveness. Yeah.
Sir, one last question, which I actually I want to ask. Sir, you bring the Victoria University in India. So our Indian student, without traveling to Australia, they will get opportunity to study in the same syllabus, same pattern, same study, and same environment, which is provided by the Victoria University. So from the industry perspective, how it will be helpful for the industry, this course, sir?
This is very nice questions. As you said that the students from India are getting the same benefits, same education pattern that is being rendered by the Victoria University in Melbourne and Sydney campus, right? The thing is that there is a law of equivalency of the Victoria University, means all the content would be the same, the delivery methods would be the same, isn't it? And the facilitation which to the students would be the equal and all that, at par, right? And the best part is that the Victoria University are running the Masters of Business Analytics and Masters of Business ERP on the SAP platform.
Yes.
Right. So there is a VIEW SAP University Alliance. So our students are getting the 6 certifications in the VIEW SAP Alliance, that is known as the VIEW SAP Alliance certifications. Right.
Yes.
And in that certifications, because they are studying on the live server of the SAP. So there is a practical developments are there in the students and all that. They are more competent in comparison with the other programs or other methods of the teaching and all that, right? Apart from that, we are also giving the exposure to the students in terms of the R programming, Python, advanced Excel, so and so forth, right? So that our students would have the composite personality and they can meet the expectation of the industry at large. Right. So
Yes.
Therefore, the industry is also having the great demand. They are very much interested to hire the students from the Victoria University because they know that the students are well trained on the SAP platforms along with the other the tools as well. That is the Python, R programming,
Yes,
MS
sir.
SQL, advanced Excel, so and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really great answer, and all the answers which you have given, it definitely will help to students whoever seeking to taking the admission here. And the course you providing is really in today's world is really practical knowledge and practical course which really that skill which need every business whoever want to enter in the industry, definitely they need this skill, sir. So it definitely helpful this interview for the students who are seeking to admission at Victoria University. And sir, once again, I want to say thank you from the College Dunya and from me to accepting this invitation, sir.
And once again, I do extend my sincere thanks and gratitude to College Dunia and particularly you. You have moderated the questions very well.
Yes, sir.
And surely, I think that the students will get inspired by your kind dent,
Yes.
and the industry will also get leverage by having the professionals from the Victoria University. We are committed to make the students the true professional and true citizens. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir.